You said this is 75 Girl Records days when you first met him?
I met Short. I want to say I met Short in maybe around 85, 84, something like that. Because there was this dude that was signed to 75 Girls. He was out before Short. I can't think of what his name was, but he had all the chicks liked him, right? So he had this one chick that was fine, and I wasn't dating her sister, but I was seeing her sister because my baby mama is her friend. I was doing some real dirty thug shit back in the day, but I went over there one day and he was like, "Yeah, man, Short here." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I heard of Short." Short wasn't nothing big to me, man. I was doing my own thing, and I was like, "Yeah." My brother is a monitor mix engineer, and when I let him hear that Too Short stuff, what he said to me was, "That boy's drums is dry as chips." Now my brother, he monitored mixes. Let me see, Whitney Houston, Prince, Kool and the Gang. His main group was Boyz-N-Tha, but before that was Lisa and the Cult Jam. And then he started doing TV shows, and now he's like the main guy that does all of the monitor mixing at all the Super Bowls. And I didn't even know my brother was that big. It's my stepbrother, but I didn't know he was that big. So when he said that to me, I said, okay, that's what I want to specialize in, is drums. And the East Coast got all the drums. So I just started going through records and just started sampling a whole bunch of shit, man. And next thing I know, I had my sound. I had that Oaktown sound, that first sound that came out of Oakland with that funk and that hard, just that hard shit. If you listen to the transition from Born to Mac to Short Dogs in the House, you'll see the production value got up better because all I did was scratch on Mac Attack. But when Short Dog in the House came around, I was on damn near every track. Yeah. But I always have a catalog, so, I mean, yeah. It is what it is.
I mean, were you working with, like, DJ Pooh and Jinx and
No. Well, Jinx is my partner. Jinx is my partner. Yeah, shout out to Jinx. Jinx is my partner. I wasn't working directly with them, no. Short went outside on production, and Ant Banks wasn't on that album. Ant Banks hadn't been pulled into the crew yet. Shorty B wasn't there yet. Pee Wee wasn't there yet. It was just me, Short, Randy Austin, Joe the Boss, Super Slide, and Too Clean. That's the original Dangerous crew. And it was just me and Short and Al Eaton in the studio, and we just was making hits. And then when Ant Banks came around, man, it was a wrap after that. And then when Pee Wee and Shorty B came in, oh, man, it was just a wrap. We could not stop making hits, but that was the era where the only two groups that wasn't on Def Jam that went platinum, and I'm talking about one-time platinum, was Salt and Pepper, and it was one more group. I can't think of that group's name. But we was on the West Coast. We was killing it. We doing 2 million, 1.5. You know what I mean? And it just was crazy. It just seemed like it happened overnight, but it didn't. But it was pretty crazy, man. It's been a crazy ride. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Like I said, you was doing the dope cut and scratching on Mac Attack. Did you do anything on Life is Too Short? Were you guys touring at this time? What was going on when you were getting ready to drop the second album?
This is what happened. Like I said, we didn't have DAT tapes, and Short had these records that were pre-made. Now, you have to understand, if you wanted the acapella, you actually had to pull it out of the studio, and you would have to press it up to wax. So he had a DJ before me. I can't think of what his name is, but he gave me the records that he had, but he didn't take good care of them, so they were hella scratched. So I got the job, and I go to Nashville, Tennessee. And we on stage, but Short ain't used to being on stage with a DJ. And Too Clean's jumping around, the record is jumping, Short can't find his place. He just walked to the back of the stage, and I'm doing what I can. This is my first show. Everybody mad at me after the show. It's my fault. It's always the DJ's fault. And When we get home, Joe the boss called me and he say, nigga, you're fired. Don't call me. Don't be crying, nigga. We gave you a chance. You fucked it up. It is what it is.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Like, comment, share. Also go over to UGSforLife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.